Hello, and welcome to the police report. In this video, we discuss why Donald Trump would be a police state president. In late 2015, the police union announced they would be endorsing Donald Trump. It is rumored they only endorsed him due to remarks he made earlier in the year, when he called for mandatory death penalty when a citizen kills a police officer. Police unions are often the most aggressive defenders of their members, defending the very police officers that killed unarmed citizens like Danielle Willard, Michael Brown and Freddie Gray, proving they will defend even the worst cops. In short, the police union, given the type of work environment, unlike a typical laborers' union, the police union almost ensures unethical practices from the top to the bottom. He believes police officers are the most mistreated people in the United States. That means he thinks the police are more mistreated than the 500,000 homeless people, including the 57,850 homeless veterans. Not to mention the 2,500 ground workers that became sick with cancer after working at Ground Zero. It should be noted that thousands of ground workers that worked at Ground Zero have never been compensated for the work or the suffering. On one hand, Donald Trump claims to think the police are the most mistreated people in the United States. But on the other hand, he says the police need to be tougher on crime because crime is rampant. Although, crime is declining in the United States. And forcing the police to be tougher on crime would only create more tensions between the police and their communities, putting them in a much more hostile environment, making their jobs harder. He opposes police reform and criminal justice reform, which means he opposes higher pay and better training for police officers, and would rather give them more power to do as they please instead of making them more accountable for their actions. He also opposes criminal justice reform. He has publicly defended the swelling prison population, harsh sentencing laws, and the death penalty. He has even gone as far as to say that lethal injection is too comfortable of a way to go. In 1989, Donald Trump demanded the death penalty for 5 innocent teens. On the night of April 19th, a 28-year-old female jogger named Trisha Meili was raped and beaten in Central Park so badly that she went into a coma for 12 days. Hours after the jogger was found with a fractured skull, heavy bleeding, and near hypothermia in the park, police were making arrests. 5 teenagers, as young as 14 and as old as 16, 4 black, 1 Hispanic, all poor, were taken into custody, charged, and coerced into making false confessions after 28 hours of interrogation, according to all available evidence. Their confessions often didn't match the verifiable facts from the crime scene. Trump, then 43 years old, was already a New York icon of wealth and power who was making his mark on the Gotham skyline from the right side of the city's growing inequality gap. The boys had not yet seen their day in court, but the case had already been mostly decided in the court of public opinion, and by Donald Trump. Trump paid a reported $85,000 to take out a full-page ad in the city's 4 biggest newspapers urging New York to bring back the death penalty for the alleged rapists, a punishment banned for that crime by a 1977 Supreme Court decision. And while most Americans would agree that rapists should get the death penalty, you have to consider the fact that all the offenders were juveniles, and most importantly were found innocent. And although all 5 boys served between 6 and 13 years in prison for a crime they never committed, Donald Trump has never apologized for calling for their execution.
Doesn't it make you feel better The pigs have won tonight. They can all sleep soundly, and everything is alright.